I think we can take 1 more minute. I see that people are still joining. Okay, and then we start.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we can start now. I know that a few people are still joining, but we have a packed content and we have just 1 hour. So I would like to start now. Hey, hi everyone for joining this webinar today. Myself, Raghvendra, and my colleague Alisha will be presenting, talking in this webinar today. Just a brief introduction about myself. Myself, Raghvendra, I'm co-founder of Eucloid Data Solution. I come with around 18 years of industry experience. I know that a few of the people participants in this call are from IIM Lucknow. So I'm Lucknow alum and graduate from IIT Delhi. I've worked in mostly consulting firms, Cognizant Business Consulting, Accenture, and with HSBC. And then I started with Eucloid 3 years ago, exactly 3 years ago. And as an organization, we focus a lot on digital commerce and analytics. And within that domain, as you would know, product analytics is one of the key capability that we have as an organization. We have done multiple projects in this area with different clients, clients which are in Fortune 100, clients which are much smaller scale, clients which are at the mid-level. So whatever learnings we gained from all the engagements of product analytics, we try to consolidate that in a framework. And that's what we're going to talk about today. So basically, what we'll talk about today is how you can go about finding the right balance in your product analytics tool. This is the key agenda. Something to be kept in mind over here that this area is there's multiple options, enough to confuse everyone around. And then there are certain tools which are core product analytics tool. Then you have marketing automation tools which come with very similar capabilities of the product analytics tool. There are customer data platforms, tools like Segment, Treasure Data, which also carry the similar capabilities, not the identical capabilities of the product analytics, but the similar capabilities. Right? I mean, so it becomes very hazy, right? I mean that which is the tool I should go for, what specific tool brings to the table. So the main purpose of today's webinar is how to help navigate through this maze, right? I mean, you, based on the organizations, your need may be different from the other organizations which are focusing on some other capabilities, right? I mean, then once you've identified the capabilities, then what are the dimensions on which you have to judge these product analytics tools, right? And so the construct of this conversations today would be, first we'll talk about what is product analytics, a general framework of tools, general framework that can use, can be leveraged to identify the right fit for yourself and what different use cases, what different capabilities that you can expect out of the product analytics tools. Once setting up this background, setting up this framework, we'll take examples of 3 different product analytics tools and we'll show that how the tool that we have established, how the framework that we have established can be used to differentiate, to assess the tools that we have taken, for example. That's how we'll go about it. With this, I'll hand over to Alisha, my colleague. Alisha, you please introduce yourself and then start with our conversation.
Yeah. Okay, thanks, Raghvendra. Hi, everyone. This is Alisha, and I'll be presenting the further webinar today along with Raghvendra. So just a quick introduction about myself. I have been working with the consulting companies from the past 6 years, where I have different expertise in terms of product analytics, overall digital marketing analytics, and website analytics. And I started with EXL and I've worked with companies like Noon, and now I'm joined with Eucloid. So I've worked with all of the major Fortune 100 companies in my experience. And in this webinar, we'll be looking at how the different product analytic tools can help you solve your business requirements. Um, all right. So I'll share my screen, and it would be great if someone can confirm if they're able to see it. Yeah. Is my screen visible?
Yes, Alicia, we can see your screen. Before you go ahead, guys, if we'll keep like 10-15 minutes for question and answers. In between, if you have anything, you can use chat button and Q&A button over there to post your questions, and we'll take those questions towards the end of the session. Okay, Alisha.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So basically, this webinar is going to serve as a guide for evaluating the different product analytics tools. But before jumping, it is very important to understand what are these product analytics tools, what are the need for these tools, what different capabilities these tools can solve to help your business grow. And lastly, we will also compare the three different prominent tools and what specific use cases those tools can address. Moving on, I'll take a quick pause in the agenda so that everybody can go through it. All right. Yeah. So, as we know in today's world, companies are investing more and more on digital experiences, and they're taking multiple initiatives to earn their customer trust for in the digital platforms. But the question arises, how would you evaluate whether those initiatives are successful or not? There comes the answer of product analytics tools. So these tools are the software tools which can help you collate, analyze, and evaluate if all of the different initiatives are successful or not. But as Raghvendra mentioned, that it's not easy that with so many different tools in the market to narrow down on the one which can serve your business requirement. Hence, a framework is must to compare each of the tool basis on the different business objectives that the companies would want to resolve. So before jumping into analyzing these different tools and the framework for their selection, it becomes crucial to understand why these tools are at all required. So these tools can help you measure and improve the overall product performance. Those products could be your website or your applications. So let's take an example to understand the different capabilities these tools can solve. So we have broken down into four major categories. First, marketing effectiveness. Second is the customer journey analysis. Third is the conversion analysis. And lastly, experimentation. So let's take an example to understand each of these in details. So there is a ABC phone that your brand is releasing, and multiple campaigns will be running on social media to generate the awareness. So once a customer clicks on the ad and comes to the website, that's how the journey begins. So anything which is happening on the social media to generate the brand or product awareness comes under marketing effectiveness, where you can analyze that if a customer is coming from, let's say, Instagram or Facebook, how their quality and conversion seems to be as compared to the other channels. Moving on to the customer journey. Now I liked the phone on the Instagram. I clicked on it. I landed onto the site or the application. There, the customer journey analysis will come into the picture where the different touch points or the engagement that a customer will do on the website will get captured and we can further analyze that. So, flows like analyzing the customer path, understanding if the user is signing up or not, all of these analysis comes under customer journey. The third comes the conversion analysis, where now after analyzing the different products, I add a product to the cart. So this will assess the different activities or the different key actions that drive customer from a normal customer to a purchaser. So anything which is leading a customer closer to a buying journey will come under conversion analysis. So for example, if I am registering, there is a high possibility that further down a month or two, I would probably come and convert on the website. By convert, I mean make a purchase. So all the different key actions that a customer take will get covered under conversion analysis. And lastly, the experimentation. So as we know that today it's all about giving a customized and personalized experience to your users. And as we all know, Amazon is facing this game where we would be shopping for different Diwali products and we or any of the holiday or the Black Friday sales, and it gives a very apt suggestions. So all of the different personalized experience that we get gets covered under experimentation. So companies can run A/B test and can have a very personalized experience in case I'm looking for a product. So there could be a 10% off for that product, or that product can definitely pop in my different social media channels for the customer to get convert. So all these different kind of analysis where once the user sees an ad to a finally making a purchase and further making that customer loyal to your website based on the personalized experience, all these comes under the product analytics framework. Now moving on, since we have discussed that there are multiple tools in the market, so framework is must here to evaluate the tools, and those tools can differ basis on your different business requirements. So we have taken 5 different use cases here. The first one is event tracking. So what exactly do we mean by event tracking? So once a customer comes on the site and any interaction or any activity you're performing on the site or app can be collated and analyzed further to give you a very customizable experience. So everything that customer does on the back end, it gets collated and triggered, which comes under event tracking. And this can be further assessed on the different capabilities, such as is it easy to set up your entire customer interactions? Is it cost effective? Are you able to capture each and every touch point and interaction of the customer? So all these comes under event tracking. The second is customer journey. So under customer journey, we have customer path analysis. So for example, I saw a product, I liked it, I clicked on it and landed on the site. Now from that site, I'll be going through multiple kind of pages. And let's say I landed on the main home page. From there, I went to a product specific page. And then further, I went to a cart or the checkout page. So the different path a customer follows during their website journey gets analyzed under customer path analysis. So it can be further assessed basis the different segmentation capabilities the tools offer. If you are able to create cohorts based on the specific user paths, so all these can help you assess if those tools can actually perform the customer path analysis. Then comes the search and navigation, which essentially covers the different keywords customers are typing on your website to search for a particular product. and what are the different volumes associated with those keywords. Now it can also further help you to optimize your SEO strategies. So let's say I observe that in my website, I run a website where people are searching for phones, or maybe for a specific phone, iPhone, right? iPhone 15. So I can bid on my SEO strategies basis the internal site searches as well. And lastly, we have the website engagement. So in the website engagement, it captures all the user insight engagement in terms of with different demographic they are coming from, every and small interaction that they are doing, right? Watching a video, downloading a white paper, or it could be even the engagement with the pop-ups. So everything gets covered under website engagement and can be further assessed basis on the visualizations of the different kind of KPIs each tool can further capture. Further moving down, we have conversion analytics. Within conversion analytics, we have categorized. First is the funnel analysis. So funnel analysis, for example, let's say I added a product to the cart, and now I want to finally place an order. From adding the product to the cart till placing an order, there are multiple steps. I can apply a coupon code. I would need to figure out a delivery address, payment address. So there are multiple opportunities for a customer to drop off at each stage. If my experience or if my overall user does not feel very comfortable. So the drop-off analysis gets covered under funnel analysis. And we can further assess the capability of funnel analysis by understanding if we can explore all the user paths through these tools. If we are able to create the custom funnel using these tools. So there are, and there are further capabilities as well, like grouping and better visualizations. So in the conversion analytics, second comes the revenue and cart analysis, which essentially will cover uh, all the product level information. So anything that a customer has added to the cart or may would have purchased earlier. So if I'm able to do the analysis on the product level information, right? Where I can understand, okay, which are the top products that are being sold? What are the different offers or coupons that customer applied? Or if the customer, is generally logged in when they added a product to the cart or not? Because then further different business basis on the different objectives, we can target those customers. For example, if I know that ABC customer has added a product to the cart, but they have still not placed an order and they are already logged in with us, then I can shoot, emails to those customers by giving them some personalized offers or discounts. So hence all the product level information analysis comes into the picture, and it is very crucial to assess these basis on the login status, coupon codes, etc. Then are the other conversion events. So for example, if your website has a form fill, then you can analyze how many people started filling up the form, ended up filling up the form. And to assess these kind of analysis, you need to look at the lead form interactions. If your form has any radio button or the checkout check boxes or the selection criteria. So all these parameters play a crucial role in assessing the exact tool. And lastly is the retention analysis, which covers better visualization, grouping capabilities, and can be assessed further on these capabilities. So under marketing effectiveness comes the campaign performance analysis. So to analyze if the different campaigns run by the marketing team to generate the brand and the product awareness, we need to understand the integration with the Google marketing ecosystem, because we all know that Google plays an important role when it comes to running different campaigns and generating brand awareness. So to assess the marketing effectiveness or the campaign performance, we should definitely analyze that if our tools are having a good integration with the marketing ecosystem, if we are also able to provide a view through attribution. So by view through attribution, I mean there could be a possibility that I see an ad on Instagram, but I don't click on that ad. I remember it. And maybe after a few hours, I come organically on the website. So can we say that this customer came on the website organically, or was there an influence of that ad? So hence it becomes important to understand if somebody who is viewing a ad and not exactly clicking on it but coming on the site. So stitching that journey becomes very important role in analyzing the campaign performance. So we should definitely look out for the tools who have a good integration with the marketing ecosystem and who can help us stitch the customer journey end to end. And lastly, we have experimentation, where A/B testing and personalization comes into the picture, which can be further assessed based on how easy it is to set up a A/B test. If we can constantly monitor those tests on those tools, is it easy to deploy those tools and further generate the outcome of those experiments using the product analytics tools. Yeah. So moving on, since we have discussed about the different framework, now in the upcoming section, we will deep dive on each of the use case, starting with the customer journey analysis, and we will compare three prominent tools, Heap, Amplitude, and Google Analytics 4, and we'll understand that which of the tools stand out in each of the use case. But before jumping in, it's important that I call out that Heap does provide a automatic event capture capability. So as we discussed initially, that anything that a customer does on the website can get captured on the backend, right? So the tools generally provide two type of options. One, that you would require a technical team to come and integrate your site with those tools so that every interaction on the site is now collated in the backend and can be further analyzed with those tools. But Heap slightly provides a different capability of automatic event capturing, which means that you don't need a technical team on the backend to integrate your site with Heap. It's a simple JavaScript snippet that needs to be added, and all those interactions will get automatically captured by Heap. So in the upcoming use cases, we have compared Heap automatic event tracking capability with the other two tools. Though Heap also provides manual integration of these event tracking, but for now, we have covered basis the automatic event capturing. So the first use case here is the analyzing the customer path so that we can further optimize the customer experience. So for example, the objective here would be to understand what are the different paths that customer take and if what are the journeys which are leading to the cart abandonment. So KPIs such as conversion rate, bounce rate, page views per visit, all these will play a crucial role in analyzing this kind of a experience. So out of all these three tools, Amplitude and GA4 stand out as they provide a comprehensive view of the user journey. While Heap has a very limited user journey, which introduces a bias based on the manual user inputs. So for example, I want to understand that when somebody comes to the site and finally placing an order, there could be multiple paths that are being followed. Somebody could come on the site, search for the product and finally place an order, whereas the other user can come on the site and navigate their journey till checkout through different pages. So on Amplitude, it's going to give me a Amplitude and GA4 both are going to give me a holistic view that out of 100 customers, let's say 10% follow this journey, 20% follow this journey. But Heap will provide me a very limited view That is the only view I have asked for checkout. Somebody who should have come to the home page and gone through a checkout page. So it's going to only give me those two funnels. While Amplitude and GA4 will give me all the different paths that could lead to that journey. So clearly, in terms of customer path analysis, Amplitude and GA4 have a dominant place, but GA4, due to its user-centric and data analysis approach, provides the better comprehensive views. Moving on to the second use case is customer journey analysis. We have the internal site search. So, as we discussed, that there could be customers who would be not sure that what they want to search when they or what they want to look out when they comes on the website, where there could be customers who are very strong-headed that I have come to Amazon and I want to search for iPhone 15. So search plays a very important role there. And if we look at the capabilities of three different tools to analyze the search terms and the volumes, Amplitude and GA4 both can perform this capability. While Heap Heap automatic event capturing will not allow us to capture any of the data that user enters into the search bar. So hence we will lack on uh, so if our website needs to understand that what are the top search keywords by the customers, if our website is integrated with Heap, we will lack all that data to perform any further analysis. And if we talk about Amplitude and GA4, though both of these tools have these capabilities, but GA4 still stands out because it provides the enhanced visualizations and also the site search and search terms, overall volumes and the different keywords are better in GA4 as compared to Amplitude. Moving on to the third use case, which is analyzing the overall site engagement. So Heap, Amplitude, and GA4, all of these tools are at par in comparing the site engagement. But Heap does lack the scroll rates capability. So for example, if I come on the site and I want to understand that if I have scrolled down the page or not, then Heap would not capture that information, while Amplitude and GA4 would be able to capture those information. Uh, However, Amplitude stands out to be winner in this case because it provides better and enhanced visualizations, and it also emphasizes on the different drop-off points. All right. So moving to the second section, which is the conversion analysis. The first use case here is funnel analysis and identifying the drop-offs. So let's say, example, there is a customer who added a product to the cart, and till the time it places an order, there could be different areas where the user can drop off. So if we come and KPIs such as drop-off rate or conversion rate or the cart abandonment rate can be analyzed here. And out of these three tools, GA4 and Amplitude stands out due to better visualizations, highlighting the drop-off rates. While Heap give us a very limited view as it will never highlight the data segmented within the groups in terms of graph, and it also does not highlight the drop-off rate. Moving on to the second use case under conversion analysis is revenue and cart. So as we discussed that anything that a customer does related to a product level information, that is what are the different products added to the cart or the reasons for add to cart or cart abandonment rate can be assessed in the revenue and cart analysis. And out of these three tools, GA4 and Amplitude stands out here as both of them can provide the in-depth analysis of different products that customer has bought or added to the cart, along with the overall cart value. Let's say a person have a $100 cart value, while the other person can have a $200 cart value. And it will also provide me the login and log off status if the customers was logged in or not logged off, so that we can further target those customers basis our business objectives. But Heap lacks all this information due to its automatic event capture. However, Heap does provide manual integration as well, but that requires a extra effort using a snapshot feature in a Heap. So along with product level information, Heap will also not be able to capture if the customer has applied any coupon code or not. So any of the offer analysis is not possible in Heap, while Amplitude and GA4, both of the tools provide those capabilities. So, but question arises then which of the tool among Amplitude and GA4 is better if both can provide all these capabilities? So, GA4 stands out here because it allows the robust tracking of cart additions, removals, and conversions slightly in a more deeper level than Amplitude. All right. Moving on to the next use case. If we want to analyze the other conversion events, by other conversion events, let's say there is a form that needs to be filled on the site to finally make a purchase. So we would want to analyze how many people started up filling the form and finally clicked on the submit button to place a form, right? So in this kind of analysis, we would look at the KPIs such as conversion rates or the drop-offs at each of the different categories within the form. If somebody is dropping off because the form could be too long. So these kind of analysis can help us understand the various business objectives. So let's say, with an example, that you are buying a coverage plan for your phone, which has multiple options, 1 year, 3 year, etc. So Heap, Amplitude, and GA4, all these three tools would be able to capture the overall interactions within the form, but any of the customer selected inputs, such as if the form has a drop down where you have to select 1 year plan or a 2 year plan or a 3 year plan while buying a phone, or if it has any check boxes that whether you're coming from a gaming industry or a healthcare industry. So any of the inputs that user needs to select in terms of drop downs or radio buttons or check boxes, Heap won't be able to capture it. Heap can capture the drop off at different levels, but the information which requires customer input in terms of radio button, checkboxes, or drop downs, Heap automatic event capture capability cannot provide those level of insights. While Amplitude and GA4 both can provide you overall interaction of the user within the form. However, GA4 still has an edge over Amplitude as it can allow to set up the custom goals and events within the environment. So you can actually, within the form as well, you can select what should be the conversion for you. If somebody is moving from page 1 to page 2, so that could GA4 also provide that level of capability. So moving on to the last use case within conversion analytics is retention analysis. So retention analysis plays an important part to understand the behavior aspects of the user. So for example, if you want to understand that at what different time frame customer generally repeats or comes to the site again. So repeat visit analysis, or what are the churn rates for the different group of customers. So these can be performed using retention analysis. And the KPIs that can be assessed are drop-off rates, conversion rates, or the overall visits or the site engagement. So all three platforms does provide the retention analysis, but Heap lacks in terms of visualizations, pre-built templates, and cohort capabilities for each group of users. So for example, we observe that there is a certain group of customers who follow a similar time frame journey. So, and we would want to further, run some campaign, marketing campaign, or some different initiative for those group of users. Then I can easily create cohorts in Amplitude and GA4, while Heap will not allow that capability. And Heap will also lack in the pre-built templates and in terms of overall visualizations. Moving on to the next part, which is the marketing effectiveness. Here, the use case could be analyzing the channel or the campaign performance. So, as we understand that today the companies are majorly focused on generating brand and product awareness. So, there are different campaigns that are being run on different kind of channels. It could be social media, it could be SEOs, there could be Google ads, etc. And hence, analyzing that which of the campaign is giving you the best ROI plays a crucial role. So KPIs such as what are the single page visit, what is the bounce rate, what are the click-through rates, these plays a important part in analyzing the overall campaign performance. And among all these three tools, they does perform the campaign level analysis using the UTM parameters. So UTM parameters essentially are the different campaign codes. So if somebody is coming through Instagram, there would be a different UTM parameter for them. While there is a campaign running on Facebook, so there would be a different UTM parameter to differentiate between these two campaigns. So all the three tools does provide us the capability to capture that level of information, that customer and their overall downstream journey and the KPIs from different campaigns. But Heap and GA4 stood out because they also provide the analyzing these KPIs through different attribution models. So there are multiple attribution models these days. For example, the first touch attribution or the last touch attribution, while Heap will not provide us the flexibility to switch between the different attribution models. So in the last section, experimentation, the major focus of experimentation is to enhance the engagement and conversion for the user, but to assess that if the experimentation can be performed via different tools, Amplitude clearly stands out because it provides us a separate interface within the tool to set up, to monitor, and to deploy the test. Whereas Heap and GA4 both lack in this capability as they require a third-party integration to even set up or monitor or further deploy or do anything related to experimentation, personalization, or A/B testing. While while Amplitude does provide the inbuilt interface, a separate interface where it's very user friendly to easily execute and deploy these tests. So any of the industry which is very heavy on running different experimentation or giving a personalized experience, Amplitude could be the right solution in this case. So there are few advanced capabilities other than what we have discussed, which are limited to Amplitude. Yeah.
So just sorry to intervene here. I think we can directly jump to the summary part. I am aware that we have to leave around 15 minutes for Q&A. So let's jump to the summary part, last two slides where we have summarized our findings. If someone interested, then they can reach out to us for the advanced capabilities and we can help them.
Yeah, sure, Raghvendra. So moving on to summarizing the different capabilities of the three tools discussed above. So within the event tracking, we have identified three different major criteria. One, if somebody is looking for an automatic event capturing. So as we discussed that Heap does not require any technical effort. So hence Heap stands out in this case. While Google Analytics takes a second place because a few of the events such as site searches, form interactions, these are auto captured, but other events need a proper manual integration along with the technical team. And Amplitude is last because it cannot perform any analysis unless there is a proper integration of your site with Amplitude. So for the retroactive analysis, he takes a dominant place because due to the automatic event capturing, the retroactive analysis within Heap is possible, while GA4 and Amplitude requires prior configuration to your data for further collection and analysis. So if we talk about the manual event capture, all the three tools are at par because in manual event capture, uh, you can make sure to capture each and every metadata associated with the smallest of the interaction by the user on the site. Moving to the customer journey, the first is the customer path analysis. And Amplitude is superior here because of its cohort analysis based on the specific chosen paths, followed by GA4. And Heap does not provide cohorts, so that takes the last place. For search and navigation interaction, both Amplitude and GA4 are at par. However, GA4 slightly owns the edge due to its navigation summary that it provides in addition to the other features. And Heap lacks here because Heap automatic event capture tracking does not capture that data. So in terms of overall website engagement, all the three tools are at par, and we can select any of those tools if the business is looking for the general website engagement capability. Moving on to the conversion analytics, among funnel analysis, Amplitude plays an important role because it provides multi-channel and user-centric funnels, and GA4 takes a second place due to better visualizations than compared to Heap. For revenue and cart analysis, GA4 has an edge over Amplitude due to its integration with the Google marketing ecosystem. So hence, Heap does provide SKU level information, but only via snapshot and not through automatic event capturing. For other conversion events, Amplitude and GA4 both are at par, while Heap lack that capability because it will not capture the radio buttons and the drop downs. For retention analysis, Amplitude offers superior retention analysis with better visualizations. Second place is taken by GA4 and the last by Heap. So under marketing effectiveness, GA4 is a clear winner here due to its excellent integration with Google marketing ecosystem, which can help you provide the view-through traffic in the conversions, while Amplitude and Heap lacks this capability. So in terms of experimentation, the clear winner is Amplitude because it has a streamlined test deployment and monitoring, while GA4 and Heap requires a third-party integration. So now we have looked at the multiple use cases these tools solve and which of the use cases would be best suitable for business. Just to overall summarize them. So Heap does provide the automatic event capture, and with automatic event capture comes the no technical effort because it's a simple JavaScript that needs to be integrated with the site. So due to which, yes, all the metadata might not be able to get captured, but this could be a great solution for less complex site or app experiences. Somebody who is not very heavy on the e-com, Heap could be a solution for those. So Amplitude does provide a lot of capabilities, but it stands out if you are looking for, if your major requirement of the business is to understand the user and the behavior of users. So that level of complex analysis are best performed in Amplitude due to its full event manual tracking. GA4 is also at par with Amplitude, but it takes an edge where companies which are heavy on marketing activities needs to analyze the ROI of the campaign. Because of its excellent integration with the Google marketing ecosystem, you can report a full funnel analysis from a customer seeing an ad till the time they're placing an order. So GA4 would be more beneficial for the companies who are heavy on the marketing activities. However, we have summarized the different use cases, but again, depending upon the requirements and the different objective businesses want to solve, you should look out for these tools, right? And it's all depending, at the end of the day, it's all depend upon the different objectives that you want to solve. Yeah. So that's all from our end, and we're open for the Q&A now.
Hey, thanks, Alisha. Thanks a lot. This was pretty insightful. We do have a few questions. We have around 10 minutes, so we can quickly cover the questions. We have 2-3 questions here. So I would, Salil, I mean, can you speak out your question? What you want to, what is your question? Better, I mean, we can answer that, but it would be better, more interactive if you can speak. Okay, I don't think Salil. So let me read out the question, Alisha. What are the usual scroll rates of a page after which people drop off, and what the most common reasons for dropping off when the scroll rate is more than 80%?
Yeah. So I think, Salil, to your question, this will be very specific to different kind of industries and the website or the apps where the scroll rate percentages can vary. So for example, if we talk about the e-commerce industry, generally the scroll rates are from 40 to 60%, and it also depends on the different kind of pages. If somebody is landing on the home page, right, the scroll rate percentage can vary versus somebody who is landing on a very product specific page, because on a product specific page people are more interested in understanding the different specifications or the capabilities of those products, so hence the scroll rates on those pages are further more when we compare to the home page, right? And it also depends upon the length of the page, plays a very important role here. So generally, if you would notice, Amazon main landing page would be very long compared to when you look at a specific add to cart page or a product detail page, right? So scroll rate percentage varies from page to page and industry to industry. But if I have to give you an idea of the overall scroll rate for the e-commerce industry, it generally lands from 40 to 60%. And generally, when the scroll rate is not going above 80, the major reason could be either your page does not have a very useful information, or it is too long for a user to go through the end of the page. So I hope that answer your questions, but let me know if you have any further.
Okay, thanks, Alisha. The other one is from Harsh. Harsh, you are there?
Yes,
Alisha, I lost your video sometime in between. Alisha, if you can look at that.
Yeah.
Harsh, go ahead. Harsh, go ahead. You can ask your question. You have to unmute maybe.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so
Yeah, Harsh.
actually, I had a question that do we actually, just capture the pop-ups that we are getting through? Like, suppose there's a site and we get the pop-ups. So when we click on it, it's also a kind of interaction. So does
Yeah.
these tools capture that also?
Yeah, Harsh. So the pop-up engagement can be captured by GA4 and Amplitude, and because of the manual event integration that these tools provide. But if I have to look at Heap, Heap does not capture any of the information that is entered by the user. So pop-up is something which can be very different from a website to website. Let's say there are two websites, right? One does have both of them have Heap integrated Heap, but one of the website has the pop-up and other one don't. So Heap automatic event capture will is similar for all the websites. So if one website has pop-up sitting over it, Heap will not be able to capture it. But GA4 and Amplitude, both of them will be able to capture the pop-up interaction.
Alisha.
So I
We have
think
a
there is one more. Yeah.
Mubashir. Mubashir, can you please go ahead? I mean, you can ask. We have to unmute. Mubashir, if you can please raise hand, that will help us to spot you and unmute you.
Hello.
Mubashir, go ahead.
Yeah, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear
Yeah.
you. Go ahead.
Hi, Mubashir. Yeah.
Hi. So I have this question that if a customer is interacting with e-commerce site, they usually write the reviews about the product they have been using or the complete certain problems they have been facing with the website. They write it down on the review section. Do these analytics tools also capture these things and help analyze as to what were the things that we should be improving with our websites?
Yeah. So, Mubashir, I just wanted to clarify. Your question is regarding the reviews. If somebody is considering the product on the site, if they are reading those reviews, right?
Right.
Yeah. So, so there are two aspects to it. One, if we are able to capture if those reviews are being read by the user or not, and second, if the companies are considering this and further taking the feedbacks or the suggestions. So in terms of capturing that data, so generally, if you would have seen, reader reviews is a smaller section which does not require any user interaction. Sometimes it does require, like you can leave a feedback or you can ask a question to already placed feedback. So those kind of interactions, Amplitude, GA4, and Heap, all of those three would be able to capture. But if your read review section does is just a simple provides a read option that the user cannot write anything or can interact with the other user, then in that case scroll rates comes into the picture where you would want to understand, okay, read reviews is a section which is present in the, let's say, 60 to 80% of the page. So if somebody is scrolling down to that level, Amplitude and GA4 can capture that level of information, but Heap lacks scroll rate, so we will not be able to understand if the site is integrated using Heap if somebody read the reviews or not. But GA4 and Amplitude will be able to capture because it essentially covers the KPI of a scroll rate, which both of the tools can capture.
Okay, thank you.
And second part to it, if companies could play, play any significant role. So all the reviews that are placed on the site, on the back end, they get stored somewhere because it becomes a part of your page, right? Now there could be different teams on the back end which can read those reviews, right, and reach out to the customers. For example, if Amazon somebody is reading a review or writing a review. So that basically depends on business to business. If your business is very centric on the reviews and you would want to further take an action or implement those different suggestions. So sometimes there are new products that are getting launched. A lot of time, the last product, let's say OnePlus was launched, and you want to understand what were the different reviews written by users, and now you're launching a new phone. So that time, those can play a very crucial role in understanding what was missing in those products. But it depends on business to business and use cases if they are actually considering those reviews. So I hope that answer, but let me know in case there are any more questions.
I think we can take one last question from Abhishek. Abhishek, you can go ahead. Abhishek, you can go ahead. You can hear us? I'll read out that question. Abhishek is still on mute.
I have unmuted him. I think he has to unmute himself.
Okay. Okay, I think we can read out this question. Okay, there's some audio issues at his end. His question, Alisha, is if the company is very heavy on campaigns and marketing, but are also interested in understanding the behavior, how we should go about it, how we should go about assessing tool in such case. So as I understand his question mostly around that, what is the specific assessment criteria for the organizations which main focus on digital campaigns and want to assess marketing effectiveness more closely?
Yeah, right. So Abhishek, in that case, basis on your question, if you're looking for the campaign as well as once providing the downstream impact or the behavior analysis, GA4 should be the best solution in this case, because GA4 has an excellent integration with the Google marketing ecosystem that can provide you a full journey that can help you stitch the full journey from someone seeing an ad to finally purchasing an order. Even if that person has just viewed the ad, you can understand that if that ad played an important role for getting that customer onto your site. Plus, it also, though Amplitude is the better tool for the behavior analysis, but since you are looking for campaign as well as behavior, so GA4 should be the solution here. But if it would have been only the behavior analysis, then I would have recommended Amplitude in that case. But GA4 should help in that case where you are looking, where your business is heavy on the campaigns as well as you want to understand the behavior aspects of the user.
Okay, cool. Okay, thanks Alisha for this engaging and enriching session. Thanks a lot. Thanks everyone for your participation. I hope you guys take away some new things, new understandings out of this session. If there are any further questions, would be happy to answer, would be happy to connect after this session. We are just pinging our mail IDs in the chat box now, and then if there is anything you can write to us. Thank you everyone. Thanks a lot for your participation.
Yeah, thanks everyone.
Thank you.
Yeah, hope you have a great day. Bye-bye.